Nakia and I can kind of let our hair down, take our wig off. We don't have wigs on, but we can just kind of. It's real. This is baby Vawn. No, I'm just kidding. But we laugh, we live, and we love. Okay, go ahead, sis. She got stuck. Oh wait, I'm gonna take a screenshot. I got her. She's stuck.
A couple of the other guys. So, Derek, what are you doing? Did you set yourself on fire? Okay.
Y'all can't say that when I got a drink in my mouth.
I know you don't think I'm not gonna be myself just because our pastors are up on you.
No, we didn't.
Did y'all see Nakia? She was over there.
First, you asked the preacher to give a 2-sentence thing. I'll really pull it in. Here we go. Oh, let me
all for sharing. And V Mike has a showstopper, show stealing. So we got another panelist on here taking all the attention.
Time on both sides.
For the potato chips.
And I'm grateful for them shoulders and them lips. Come on now.
And the closer you get, all you see is them little soft stuff and stuff.
Look
Bring
like
it
up. I'm trying to get y'all sponsors.
I'm sorry. And she keep rubbing them and stuff. There you go. I better bring in the snack. What in the hell?
Yes. Hallelujah. I hope you don't mind, but Slappy allowed me to step in for a second just to speak to y'all. I go by the name of Pastor Jebediah Petty. Please believe he has spoken upon Vawn Gretta from the rooter to the tutor. Yes. He said thicker than a snicker. Yes.
Let's welcome our guest, Professor Terrence Coffee, TERRENCE. Terrence Coffee, yeah. What's going on, Terrence?
Hey,
I want to thank you, ladies, for having me on tonight. I was so caught up in the intro. I'm like, I really can't dance, but I was trying to do a little dance. Real and raw. But I got 2 left.
Is here with us today, and
let's bring her on.
Down in the room, absolutely.
Hey, Dr. Brown! Thank you so much for being here.
So good. I also feel like getting hyped. Very good.
Thank you.
Creator and founder of The Pocket USA. Hey, what's going on, Brian?
Hold on, put that music back on. I want to.
Hey!
Nakia, my love, Franklin, girl, you look like a cup of goodness with some My God ice cubes in it, filled with some beverage of good God. Right now, I am drinking you up. Right now, I'm sipping all of that. All of the juice.
He said you're going to take it in slowly.
And wrong. Hey, 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 everybody lending your ears. Time to get real and raw. Come on up and open your soul and show us your heart. No boundaries. Hey, you
Dun, dun, dun. That was the fun part of doing that. You were so high. Where's all this energy coming from?
Hey, family. It's our 1 year anniversary to the Real and Raw Talk Show with Nakia Franklin.
And Vawn Gretta.
Where there are no boundaries.
And no judgments.
Hey. Y'all, we are totally excited to be here on today. And we thank everyone who has joined us thus far. And we're thanking everyone that are joining us tonight and that will continue on this journey with us. Sis, what's going on? Why your eyes get big, girl?
Because I was typing and everybody know that Nakia don't play that. So don't even front. You know I have to be on mute because she'll be like, sis, can you go ahead and mute? But then when the camera not on, it's like I didn't say what you been saying.
Right. I love you. I just want everybody to know I love her for real. So y'all, we are so excited. Wakanda forever. We are so excited to be here on this 1 year. We are about a week, about 10 days. We started on our first episode was actually November 23rd. But because we have our shows on the first and third Monday of every month at 8:55 p.m., we actually, are having the anniversary episode a week early. Thank you so very much. So y'all keep on sending in the shout outs because we are absolutely loving this. Let us know where you're from. Let us know how long you've been watching and rocking with us. Whatever
that's Julio. Julio has his own show, Mr. Pete's Playhouse. And I'm here to tell you, okay, it's like, okay, I'm not minimizing him because I love Pee Wee Herman. And anybody who say they didn't is fronting. You know who was watching Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, he was watching Pee Wee Herman. Then he got a little.
He's like Pee Wee. He's like the Reading Rainbow. Okay. He's like Mr. Rogers, all squeezed into one. Oh, right? Okay. It's colorful, it's dynamic, it has a whole lot of music. He ain't asked me to come be a guest yet. I don't know why, because he know I can make a whole character. Look, I'm putting it out there. No, but we met at TSU. He's a phenomenal and wonderful man. Oh, and thank you for your service, sir. And he's just so talented. So Mr. Pete's Playhouse, you can catch him on IG and also on YouTube.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Hey, he's on Netflix now. Okay, I just love when people rise up, don't you?
Amen. Because we not far behind. We not far behind. Thank you, Kizzy.
Thank you, Kizzy Louise.
I just want to say, 23. It's the 23rd episode, right? It's the 23rd episode, and our first episode was November 23rd.
Wow.
So we are ahead of the game. However, that means that we will do a replay on the 23rd of November for anybody who missed out, right? So hey sis, I just want you to know I love the intros. I love the way we started creating the intros and the music from absolutely cool from scratch. And then to what we have with a full band thus far and the level and quality in which we've come with what we had to offer, right? And
we have to thank Edwin Brown the second for that.
Absolutely.
Because he's our music producer.
Yes, because he really made a difference in the quality of work that was brought forth. The vocals and everything were absolutely amazing. And the band members that joined in to bring that would be that live music.
And Wortham. And it was really just me, Bernard, and Edwin. Javon, my daughter, is on vocals, and Waukesha Renee who was also our stylist for the photo shoot.
Absolutely.
Our fashion stylist, because she's Miss, she's a queen, a real queen,
Yes.
y'all.
And I definitely want to bring in Miss Marcia McCrae, who is the stylist, my personal stylist. That
for your hair.
The dress.
Oh, the dress. Okay.
My attires. And also Miss Deborah at Boucher's Beauty, which is my actual hairstylist that takes care of my do when she do.
And that would be Rochelle Thomas. I think it's Thomas. It might be Thomas, but Rochelle. She keeps this thing right, and as you can see, it's a lot of it. So, but she keeps it right.
Absolutely beautiful. And Marsha McCrae, she has a blue label clothing line. So, if anybody want to reach out to her for any, even with this dress that I have on, for any of her styles, you can find her anywhere: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. And sis, I also want to say, when in watching the pre-show intro, right? Our hairstyles were often similar, and we never prepped.
Never coordinated that.
No, it's like it's impossible for us to coordinate our hair because our hair is just so different, right?
And we never know what it's gonna do that day because we busy. We have 8 to 5s, so to speak, y'all. You know what I mean? We like right now. We was like, sis, I'm ready. Hey, y'all.
Girl, it's always at 3, 2, 1. Action! It's time to go. We ain't got time. You got to bring all in, okay? All together.
No, indeed.
What do we have?
I have some goodies for the audience. Oh my gosh, where do we begin? So, okay, I thought it would be really cool to begin with some testimonials from some folks that have been watching the show and that have actually been on the show. Well, you know what? No, let's go way back to the beginning. So how it started, because a lot of people may not know. Let's do the testimonial second. How it started was I had the opportunity to release.
This time, I don't have to pull the book out.
Dear Sis, the abuse is over. And that's the book that I had written. Let me stop. That's the book that I wrote. And whether the abuse, you know what, I'm gonna let it speak for itself. The reason why the Real and Raw came together is because I released the book virtually because of COVID. Y'all know how that happened. And then I had a panel of guests, some ladies who had actually read the book, and they came on to teach and testify. I had a horrible blowout of technology in the middle of my live book release. And
a lot of that this year. It's been real.
And we be up here smiling, and we be texting each other and just doing all kind of crazy stuff. And I'm always doing, and fortunately it doesn't come across as bad as it feels on this end, right? But anyway, I had to shut everything down. I came back, and lo and behold, my sister was holding it down. So I'll share this commercial because it shows some of what happened. And after that, we said, hey, we should come online and encourage the people from time to time. And then we thought, well, how do we do that? And it just so happened that when you get two Virgos together, one being slightly older than the other, she's the 16th, I'm the 19th, and get together and don't like to do anything. Well, you get the Real and Raw talk show. And for as long as I can remember, I've been called Real and Raw, and so is she. And so it just came because we said we want to be real and raw, and that's how it came about. So y'all take a look, and that book is available.
And look, and I just want to say right before we do that, I want to say on the 23rd of November, a year prior to us having our first episode, I was on a radio show in which it was a syndicated radio show worldwide. Had been on it for about 8 years or so. And Vawn Gretta was a guest on my show on that platform a year to the day of our first showing. So it's like this 23rd thing, this 1 year anniversary, baby. This 23rd thing is just something real.
It's the thing. It's the thing, man. Five is the number of grace. 2 and 3 put together equals 5.
Right? So
grace. 2 is unity. Hey. Okay, so let's get rolling.
To expose yourself in this manner, to be as revealing as you are in this book, you have pulled the covers back off your behind.
My grandmother told me, you have to be careful what you put in your body, baby. I don't care if it's food or a penis. You gotta watch it. She said penis! I'm just, okay.
That is what she had grown to learn from the world. How could she expect a man to treat her like a queen when she wasn't treating herself like one?
Or somebody you love a whole lot, somebody does something to them, oh, you got courage because you love them. And you'll stop it. You'll stop something from happening to them. Well, we got to feel that way about ourselves.
It's like through the entire book, I was like, oh my God, I went through that. Oh my God, she gave a response or dropped a nugget to help me really find answers to the things that I had to face.
Address the situation and don't pull out the Bible and start making the pages rain on their head. You are the church.
That's
God
right.
is using you right at that moment. You are his representative. And your love is the most important thing that person needs right now.
It was just raw and unfiltered, and it was an elevated type of transparency. And then you connected it to the dear sis part. It was like you were literally like talking to me on decision making with relationships.
Sometimes people have to be strong for you because you just can't be strong on your own.
Love this book. Love the non-traditional approach. It's more like a conversation, and it has biblical doctrine to back everything up. I love Vawn's approach on how she brings her perspective on things that happened to her that was traumatic and stressful, and I highly recommend it for men and women alike. Definitely brought a lot of healing to my life for people who just need the love.
I don't know how I've been a single mother for 20 years and I haven't lost my mind. I do know I thank God for the people who came up with the hair dye.
For any woman who reads this book, they will be empowered. They will be inspired. They will learn to love themselves.
You are not alone. You deserve to be loved. You deserve the best. And you fearlessly treat yourself.
And that's how it all is.
Yes,
did y'all see me looking cute? Her hair was different, but that was her.
Girl. Look, in the conversation, I heard the words real, I heard the words raw, and I heard the word conversation. And that just further supports why we do what we do, because it's all about having that real and raw conversation. It's all about, people think real and raw, like we out here cursing and we out here acting a fool. We showing our body. We're being exposed. We are, belittling ourselves. We lack integrity. When people say real and raw, they have a different impression. So we lose a certain type of audience because that type of audience want drama. They want that Jerry Springer crap, right? But what we bring to the platform is a whole different level of conversation. This is stuff that caters to people's heart, people's soul, their spirit. We cater to the real conditions of the mind and of the human being, of the human race. What we bring to this platform and what we bring to the people are things that everybody don't have access to every single day. And even though we can find it in media, we're finding it on a surface level. What we find in conversations with the news stations, with the more affluent, famous people, they're talking about things on their level. They're talking about situations and conversations that they're having with their peers. But what they lack the capacity to relate to a level in which people struggle or people experience life in real time, not fantasy, or not where you're making all this money and you don't have these concerns. But you also have people that make a lot of money and may have those concerns. However, it's the relatability. Because if you out there making a couple of $1 million, how are you able to relate to people that's only making $100,000 or $60,000 or $50,000? Because your problems are not their problem. Your concerns are not.
I mean, do you care? Do they care? Is the thing.
But people can care on a certain
a lot of
level.
times it's the money. It's acquiring money that matters and not much else. I was approached by this guy today.
Her stuff. We're about to get in her personal business.
I'm not all the way. And he was affluent. And his business, part of it, I could see was somewhat enriching. And don't get me wrong, I ain't that person. Make your money, man. Okay? But when it comes to what I'm doing, I have to feel good about it. But anyway, everything he said had everything to do with making money and making money only. And that's fine. Be in your zone. Do your lane thing. You know what I mean? But I couldn't connect to that because there was nothing but money being made and money being made. There was the way he made his money, and I'm not saying how because I don't want to say exactly who it is, but it was not enriching. It involved a bunch of hot neck booty hoes. I mean, women. You know what I'm saying?
You said it, girl. That was second day.
I'm getting there. My mouth is getting there. I'm doing way better than I used to, and you know it. But even to the point to where the conversation was like, if I was married to you, and one of my video women. That's not what he said. One of my video women called me. I would have to be at their beck and call. And I'm like, you get out the bed with me to go be at what the hell, what they need in the middle of the night. It's money, baby. It's all about making money. And when I hand you $10,000 a week just to go shopping, you'll be okay. And a part of me gave you the impression that I would be okay with that. You know, so I'm saying, obviously we're not together because I'm still single, but I'm just saying that I ain't mad at him for making his money. And I just gave that for the sake of entertainment, but also to compliment you in saying that people acquire money the on that level you were speaking of and don't care about the $100,000 a year because they don't have to. But we are different. We understand that you can have a limitless amount of money, which there are people who do have that, but they are broken and would give so much of it away, some even all of it, just to have peace in their heart and in their mind on earth. Absolutely. I said some. I didn't say all.
But no, you're speaking the truth about it because you had so many people that a couple of years ago when Whitney Houston passed, as well as some other people, they actually committed suicide. It wasn't because they didn't have enough money. They couldn't buy the love that they wanted. They couldn't buy that connection. They couldn't buy that relationship. And you have,
or they couldn't buy the erasing of the trauma that kept them bound.
Right.
Which is why we do so many shows on this thing.
You have so many people that are in bondage for specific reasons, related and unrelated, right? That it's very difficult sometimes for people to be able to remove themselves and understand that, okay, this is money. Okay, this is society. This is world. This is what happened, right? This is what happened. I'm not physically going through it again at this very moment. I haven't gone through it since I went through it. And it's not saying that it's not real. It's not saying that it's not important. It's not saying that it's not your truth. It's simply saying, okay, how long are we going to stay in this moment? When are we going to make a decision, a personal choice to move forward? Well, everybody can't just up and move forward. That's why we bring people onto the shows that have gone through real life situations and experiences and have lived through it, and may be the professional that supported enough people to go through the experience and come out on the other side.
There you go. I was waiting for you to say it. And they came out.
They came out on the other side.
It's good to hear that I can come out.
Yeah, because that's why we give you access to these people. You know, and it's not that they were not readily available or you couldn't access them, but you may not have known about them.
May not know. Right.
Like until people are discovered and until people have conversations, like real conversations with people and get to know people and their heart. That's when
and you know what, sis?
Introduce people to others.
We've been able to reach even as far as the UK, right?
Right.
When Cameron did his healing poem, it was so touching and so relatable. It was so well thought out that, you know, his family and friends from the UK watched the show, and then there's some here that he knows that just were able to really glean from it. And speaking of Cameron and our poetic and musical guest, right, I think I'm changing my mind again. Jelena, thank you for saying that. I have her post up there. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. We really do our homework. We do a lot of journalistic homework to do our best. And so we're going to talk about a few things. Nakia is going to introduce her. She picked her favorite performer. And that is not to say that we don't love them all. There was just one that she really dug. And so we're going to play that. Then we'll come back and talk for a second and then let y'all see the testimonials. Okay. Because that's going to be so exciting.
So
it's going to be really.
So one of my favorite performers, okay, and we've had some excellent pieces and excellent performers, but this young lady, oh my goodness, went above and beyond what was asked of her and what was expected. And it was the ask was, would you mind performing on one of our episodes? The ask was, would you mind showcasing yourself on one of our episodes? The ask was not, would you desire to create a specific song calling out the Real and Raw talk show and having real and raw conversations about dating, sex, and relationships. So I want to give huge shout out to Erica Nocturnal. And I had met her actually a year before that January at Phil and Derek's and watched her perform. And I was still associated with the other platform that I was on, and I wanted to have her on as a guest, but God delayed that. And this came about, and Erica performed on the Real and Raw talk show with Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta at the second episode with Dating, Sex, and Relationships, The Good Woman's Perspective. And I want you to play that song because that performance was off the chain, and I can't say enough about it. Thank you.
Okay. And she says our name in it, just so everybody knows, just so in case they listen. Okay, here we go, y'all. Thanks, sis.
Relationship. They say that I'm supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, yeah. Things used to take the training, never thought we would leave to be right out. I forgot how it felt before the world ran out me. There's no again. Are you there? I'm all alone. I love you, baby. I want you in my arms. Never, 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 never let you go. Relationships. See, a lot of times we get stubborn and we don't try to work things out. And see, I'm having trouble because the person on the other end that I'm trying to call, he don't answer the phone. Is my phone working or my text going through? We gotta be grown. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor. You gotta be grown about this situation. You gotta communicate. I said, hello. It's me. I couldn't bring out the wrong years. You lied to me. So long. Everything. They say it's time supposed to heal you, but I ain't got much healing. Hello. Yeah. I used to take the drinking of Halloween. Are you there? I'm on the
Okay. Cut it. She kept going and we would jam all night. Is that
Right.
fire or what?
Thank you, Erica. Like that was
Thanks,
like
Erica. Oh my gosh.
We were totally unexpecting of it.
No.
Girl, y'all see how bad she is. Y'all better get with that, okay? For real. You can find her on all social media.
Yeah, and her band is smoking, as you can see. And I think after that, like one of the guys who was gonna do percussion for our intro song, we didn't end up using it because it just didn't match with the sound that we had going. We just had to make a musical choice. It wasn't that it wasn't good, but when we get on live TV, trust and believe he will be coming. But he actually plays with her. What is that child's name? I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, so I was like started meeting people that she that after she went on the show, it was like, oh, I know her, I played with her. So, you know, as big as Houston is, the creative arts world, it's so small. All right. So cool. All right, so y'all ready for another treat? Here we go. Okay, so here, let's play one of our groups of testimonials. You guys, Nakia and I sent out messages to people who have watched the show and who have been on the show and asked them to just send us a quick little note of whatever they get. A lot of people watch the show that never make a comment. And we do come on rather late. So sometimes people don't watch during the live production, but they go back and watch it. And then we hear from them.
And if y'all want to send us testimonials or a shout out or anything, send it to us anyway, even though we already have this episode, because we're always doing more stuff. And like I said, we're going to probably replay something on the 23rd on the actual day. And so, you never know what we come up with.
And we do have some exciting things to come. Okay. You ready?
Yep, absolutely.
Let's see if we can hold our emotions.
Hey family, just want to give a special shout out, special thanks to Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for taking a stand. Thank you for giving the people a voice. Thank you for being authentic. Thank you for being real and raw. And I just want to encourage you guys to keep going, keep pushing, and keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a good thing and a great thing that's well needed. Thank you. Love you.
Hi, I just want to say thank you to my sister Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta for keeping the conversations real and raw. Don't ever stop what y'all are doing, and never give up on your dreams, because your passions and your strengths are what we all need to keep us strong, and your voice of wisdom and sometimes your perspective is what we need the most in our most tough times. And I really appreciate y'all. You're doing amazing, and just keep it up. I look forward to the conversation forthcoming. Love you both. Bye.
My name is Chandra Clark, and I do want to say a few words as relates to the Real and Raw Talk Show with Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta. I love watching your show every week. You get so much information and resources. It's a great show. I would advise anyone to watch it. You could really get something out of it, learn something, and find out something that you may not have known. I want to tell you guys to keep up the great work. Your hard work will pay off, and it is paying off. So to God be the glory for all the things that He has done and is doing and will do. Thank you all for everything that you do.
First, let me say congratulations to Nakia and Vawn on the 1-year anniversary of the Real and Raw Talk Show. Thank you both for bringing to light conversations and topics that have been taboo in our communities for generations. Thank you both for keeping it real and the conversation raw without holding back. Thank you both for the resources that you all have used your platform to give us. Thank you for the great job, the great conversations, and the guests. Again, congratulations on the 1-year anniversary, and I look forward to many more. Thank you, and I love you both.
Congratulations, Vawn and Nakia. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary of the Real and Raw Talk Show. I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show, to talk about my organization, to share my story. Initially, in the beginning, I was very nervous and very scared, but you both reassured me. Y'all supported me. Y'all showed me love. Y'all told me y'all would be with me every step of the way, and that y'all got me. And so that meant so much to me. I want to say congratulations again. Thank you for making an impact in my life as well as so many other people's lives, that y'all truly have a love for the people, to inform them, to educate them, but overall just to show love. So congratulations and thank you once again. Continue to walk in God's purpose and do all what God has called you to do. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. Thank you.
This is Reginald Kansas Blank
saying happy 1-year anniversary to Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta. We're so proud of you. Thank you for the love and warmth as we entered backstage on the Real and Raw Talk Show. We appreciate you. We're so grateful for you because you are as real and raw as they come. You tackle real life issues, situations. You give a platform and opportunities
for individuals like Reggie and ourselves to display our businesses, our gifts, and our talents. And we're just so proud of you entering this 1 year anniversary of the Real and Raw Talk Show. And we say many more to come. God bless you all. And we say thank you for the opportunity. We love you guys and congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Wow.
I'm
That's
like so
nice.
speechless.
Me too. Oh my goodness.
Because
we really are. We're speechless.
Because you know what?
It's hard.
It can look easy, but there's a lot that goes into what we do. And if our hearts were not in it, and if we didn't stand on faith and walk through it, we wouldn't be at this moment right now. And I just want to say thank you to each of you who took the time to give us 60 seconds. And even if it wasn't a full 60 seconds, we thank you because you are what matter. You are the reason why we do this. You are the reason that we take the time every first and third Monday night to get on this platform and bring to our audience, bring to you what God has put in our hearts and planted into us to put into the world. You know, at this particular moment, we ain't getting paid for this, but it's all good because our blessings that we get is worth far more than money. One day, and when God says it's time, then we will continue to be elevated. He's elevating us right now at this very moment. And there's going to be phone calls that we get, and people will want what we have to offer because nobody bring to the table what we bring to the table. And as many platforms that are out there and as many people that are out there doing shows and, you know, having these real conversations, there's enough room in this world for 2 more people who are doing it because we are doing it for the right reasons. And we're doing it to bring forth something that the world has been missing. And we're putting into the world what has been missing and making a difference for each and every person that we can touch and reach. And that's why we ask all the time, share it, like it, post it, repost it, invite your friends and family onto this conversation because it's not about us. Anybody can make something about them, but it takes something to make it about you.
Which is why we have the After the Party show, because that's where we can be about us.
Yeah.
On the show, the 8:55 to 10 is for the guests. And we have had, I ain't gonna go there. But I will say, let me compliment you, sister. I say that for the after the show party. See, she laughs because she knows me so well, and she knows what I'm not saying when I choose to. Anyway,
work in progress, y'all. Work in progress.
Speaking of progress, I was gonna say when you were talking about where we're going, it's all a part of the process. So I was driving, right? This is my thinking throne when I'm in my car. So if I call you while I'm in my car, you are special because that is the place where I can just tune out and tune in to focus on my music is playing. God is in the room. I'm chilling. I don't have nobody in my face, so I can just. And so I was pondering on something, family, on the way to my rehearsal. Yesterday, on my way to my rehearsal, the Doors of the Church, which will be staging on December 4th of this year. um, so I was thinking right before I left, because I was finishing our commercial for the show, and my son was talking to me, and I was like, but it's the process. It's the process, right? We were talking about Joseph, and if you're not familiar with Joseph in the Bible, this brother had back to back disappointment, all the way into the palace. And I was like pondering before the Lord, and I'm like, do you know I have had back to back disappointment in this very thing, and I came out the storm on the dirty side, and so this storm didn't. It was like Harvey. It took some things from me, but I came out better than I went in spiritually. So the process to the palace. So Joseph started with a dream. He was he seemed to be one of his father's favorite sons. Started with a dream about how he was going to rule, and the ruling over was his brothers, but it wasn't like they didn't get the whole picture. It was the authority that he walked in, so they became ultimately jealous, and then they even tried to kill him, but then decided we'll sell him into slavery. So this is his family. So, and they lied to their father. Oh, but what a tangled web we weave, for first we practice to deceive. Anyway, and so he ended up, serving at Potiphar's house, and then his wife, this woman, the wife tried to get booty from the man, right? I don't know who said the Bible was boring, because that's what she tried to do. We got all of this stuff in a great,
go ahead,
everything on TV is in the Bible. Anyway, so he ran. He did the right thing, and then he got thrown in jail. Then while he was in jail, he had a dream, and this brother had a dream, and he interpreted it for him, and he was impressed with it. So he was like, "Yo, man, if you impressed, don't forget about me when you get out of here, because I ain't supposed to be in here." And he got out of jail. The dude got out of jail, and he forgot about it. But then the king had a dream, and then somebody remembered, oh, this dude who's been in jail for like nothing can do this. And then he was ultimately elevated into the palace as one of the head honchos. And then his family came, because there was a great famine in the land, to ask for help so that they can survive. And who did they have to go to? They went to their baby brother, right? Their baby brother. You would think that somebody older than you would protect you if they're your brother. That doesn't always happen. So I've heard people preach the response of Joseph to his family with a bitter seed. The devil meant it for evil and God meant it for good. Quit making my God out to be this vicious, hateful tyrant that's ready to descend upon. When he sent Jesus so he didn't have to display his wrath, he could display his love and grace. How about Joseph said it like this? First of all, he didn't say the devil meant it for evil. What he said was, you meant it for evil. And then he reflected on the process. I brought it back. I wasn't in the rabbit hole. You thought I was. He reflected. He reflected on the process, and he said, yeah, you meant it for evil, but God made it good. How about he said it with a heart of humility, because honor comes after humility. And if God be for us, who can be against us? But the whole time we was just like, dang, that brother went through hell. He went through hell. He went through. 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 Back-to-back disappointment. All of those levels were the process to the palace. Somebody better write that down right now. You can preach that on Sunday. You don't have to pay me nothing. That was the process to the palace. So it's the processes. This is the process to the palace. But the difference is, in some cases, that when we do get there, like Oprah, we can use our influence and finances and resources for good.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the latitude to express myself. Because, when I'm over here doing everything, to start thinking and actually make sense takes a minute for me to come out.
Well,
Thank you.
What else do the people have? And thank you so much for sharing that,
The
because
people.
it was a message in that. And if you didn't get that message, push replay, baby. Come on back to it, and you will
My
get
girl
the
said push
message.
replay.
Share it out and let everybody get the same message, because we got to get liberated, we got to get freed up, and we got to be real and raw all damn day. Go ahead and play.
Ooh, the kid's on fire. That's my character's name is Mother Rupert. And if you ain't pronouncing the T, you ain't speaking to me. Hey, Kevin. Okay, guys, here's some more goodies. Okay, so I better hurry up and do this because I still have to play my favorite poet. How about we do that next? So let's just do the poet, and then we'll say the testimonies right before we end, and then we can give our closing thoughts. Okay, so this brother, oh my gosh, I know him, and he was actually in one of my plays. I saw him at an event by one of our other guests, as a matter of fact, Ernest Beeson. He was doing a poetry event, and this young blood comes off the stage. Everybody was on the stage, sis, but this man descends down the steps with this posture. You know, like he was classically trained in ballroom dancing or something. And he delivers this speech, and then I go meet him personally. He's like, "Hi, it's nice to meet you." All lowly and precious. But that gift is amazing. You guys, if you haven't seen, how do I say it? I want to introduce to some and present to others, Mr. Kevin Burns Jr.
Hey, the Real and Raw Talk Show. This is Kevin Burns. I'm a poet, and you're about to watch my poem called Hands. It's a poem about how our hands build something. It starts off, hands are the architects of our lives. Our fingers are the architects of our lives and how they tell stories. In this poem, it would tell the story of love and how a man is trying to get ready for an engagement. But it'll also talk about different hands. Mother's hands, father's hands, Christ's hands. And so I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it brings a lot of thoughts to your mind. And if you want to see more of my poetry, you can go to Kevin Burns Jr. on YouTube, or you can look me up on Instagram or Facebook. Thanks so much for the opportunity, and I hope you enjoy. Bye. I think it's telling the story of how I love you. Take from both the chapters of our life. Ensuring my forever doesn't slip away. Not even for a moment. The first time I met you. Sometimes I look at my hands and envision the stories they will tell. You know, fingers are architects of our lives. Everyone's hands build something. I remember how my hands flinched in fear when the stove's flames growled at them, or how they searched the cabins of concrete for currency. My mother's hands sung a chorus of care, a nurturing quintet soothing me in feeble moments. When sickness snuggled next to me like a lover, her courageous hands ripped that imposter out the bed. In my father's hands were submerged in rivers of provision, masculinity etched in his phalanges, his forefingers scarred with sacrifice, the tips smeared in pain, but his fist full of power. As I grew, I learned about our Savior's hands, how sin carved craters in his palms, but God's grace laid down that mountain in order to carry our souls back to God's merciful peaks. Put your hands. I want to spend a lifetime discovering your hand. I want to voyage every crevice, embark every embrace. My wishes hang on your pinkies. Terrains of your palms are like treasures for me. Each touch curates memories, gentle impressions that hang in the exhibit of my mind. In time, a simple interlocking of fingers will consummate what we both are thinking. Unity. My fingers tell the story of how I love you. They form both the chapters of our lives. That's why I clutch your hand so strongly, ensuring my forever doesn't slip away. Not even for a moment. The first time I met you, my hands wept and you thought I was nervous. But my heart's joy flows through the epidermis of my skin. Or I could wrap your wrists with wreaths of love, and you can lay your burden on my shoulders, and I can adorn your arm with ornaments of ovation, and you can hide your kisses in my lips. But no, our hands can sow the seeds to a family tree. Rooted in love, the fierce of our tomorrow will be harvested with our hands. Even the dirt hidden in our nails will be blessed when we're together. But first, you must rest yours and mine, beloved. Will you take my hand?
That was so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Kevin, because that in itself is breathtaking.
It really is. That's the best way to describe it. It just pulled. We talked about this in rehearsals. I know we got to go in rehearsal Sunday about drawing in your audience and being vulnerable enough to project what's in your heart with your craft, and he did it masterfully. So, sis, I want to hurry up and play our part 2 of testimonials.
Go ahead, baby.
And then we'll have. Here we go.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to Nakia and Vawn on your 1-year anniversary. Congratulations, ladies. You guys deserve it. Keep doing what you're doing. Your voice is needed. The Real and Raw Talk Show is definitely needed. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to present my product, the Pocket USA, on your platform, for stopping police brutality and making sure that traffic stops is safer for you and your family. Once again, congratulations, lady, man. I can't say it enough. Hopefully I can come back for your 5-year anniversary, then your 10-year anniversary on the Real and Raw Talk Show. So thank you guys for what you're doing, man, and keep touching the people. Your voices are definitely needed.
Hey, so my name is Mallory. I was on the Real and Raw show, and Vawn asked me to do a video on my experience, and I just want to let you know that my experience was beyond amazing. They featured 2 of my poems, and it just really blessed me that they asked me, and I hope that it blessed everyone around that listened to it. Their show inspires me and just lets me see God's love all around, that those 2 amazing women are reaching out and showing hope, showing love, showing that life is worth it and that pain can be healed if we face our trauma. And so if you are interested in watching the show, I hope that you look into it and see what these 2 amazing women have to offer. Thank you so much. You have a great day.
Just want to give a quick shout out and a thanks to Real and Raw for the interview that you did for the play The Doors of the Church. I so enjoyed doing that interview. You guys are really good at your craft. You kept us talking, you kept us upbeat, you kept us lively. And I just really enjoyed that whole experience. And I just want to say thank you guys. And I pray that you have a wonderful anniversary and that you have many, many, many more to come. Thanks again from the Doors of the Church. This is Kevin Q. Williams, better known as Uncle Q. Thanks again, guys.
Hey guys, this is for Vawn and Nakia and the Real and Raw Talk Show. Congratulations. I'm so very proud of you guys. Thank you for having me on this year as a musical guest. I enjoyed myself. I got to share my gift. I got to meet new people. I got to engage in discussion. You guys are doing a great job. I want you to keep doing what you're doing in the year and the years to come. And I look forward to being on as a guest again. So guys, while you're doing what you're doing, go ahead and continue to be great and go after everything that God has for you. Love you. See you soon.
Hello, I'm Dr. Yolanda Carroll, and this is my groom, my husband, Pastor Cornelius. And I would like to say congratulations to Vawn and to Nakia for your show, for your production of Real and Raw Talk Show. 1 year down and 10 more to go.
And we're just so excited that you would have us on. We enjoyed the experience. It was very, very professional. You guys took great care of us, knowing that, helping us to know what the subject matter would be. We just enjoyed it. And guess what? It was definitely raw and real. And anybody who watches any of the productions will really, really get some great content.
And again, thank you for including us in such an amazing process. And again, congratulations to Vawn, Gretta, and Nakia with Real and Raw. These are the Carols. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ernest Neal, and I just want to take a moment to congratulate Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta in celebrating the 1 year anniversary of the Real and Raw Talk Show. Ladies, take a bow. Congratulations. It has been an awesome ride and thoroughly entertaining. Each show is relevant. You do a great job in your preparation. It's entertaining, it's educational, and you all complement each other very, very well. You deserve all the accolades you can receive. Continued blessings to you in each and every show. And it has been a wonderful, wonderful ride. And I'm grateful and thankful to have been part of that ride. Congratulations, lady, on 1 year. You deserve the best. Continued blessings to you. Love you much.
Hi, this is Professor Terrence Coffey from New York University and founder of Educate Don't Incarcerate. Listen, I just want to take this moment to give a shout out to Real and Raw on your 1 year anniversary. Nakia and Vawn, thank you so much for the laughter, the insight, the fun, but more importantly, the work that you guys do at Real and Raw to keep our communities informed, to keep our communities engaged and keep our communities engaged with real conversations. I am wishing you guys 100 more years of success. Thank you so much for what you've done in this first year. Thank you for having me on to hang out with you guys, and I look forward to seeing you next year. Do your thing, the Real and Raw.
Hi, Alexis Brown here. I was lucky enough to be invited on the Real and Raw Talk Show with Vawn and Gretta earlier this year, mainly to talk about COVID, the vaccine, address vaccine hesitancy, and kind of encourage their viewers to consider getting it. It was my first time on a live talk show. It was my first time speaking as a resident physician, and they just, cooled all the nerves. It was hilarious, engaging, such an open, fun space. I cannot believe you ladies have been doing this for a year. Y'all are amazing. Absolutely amazing. We are so lucky to have you queens in our space, and I look forward to seeing more and more of your incredible work as the years progress. Happy anniversary.
Because we are out of time. So go ahead, sis.
I am Nakia Franklin.
And I'm Vawn Gretta.
Alexis.
Terrence cracked me up. I didn't want it to be too long, but I started to get, Brian with the Pocket USA, because he was jamming, when the song goes off really raw. And so did Terrence do that. Alexis did that. Several people have done that. I might have to do a collage of people dancing to the song.
That would be funny.
But it was so cute when we were like, I'm Nakia Franklin, I'm Vawn Gretta. And she was like, and I'm Alexis Franklin.
That was hilarious.
Okay.
I want to end with this. Because I know.
Wait. Why Ernest kept saying ride? Okay, I'm done. Go ahead, sis.
I want to end with this, and we will be having the after the show after party with Slappy Payne this evening at 10:15. So make sure you refresh your video feed. But I want to end with this. Never forget November 10th, 2020, the vision. November 23rd, 2020, it came to fruition. This is our declaration of our alliance.
And the declaration is what we state to one another before show with our guests present, and it's our prayer to continue going. Just to make sure everybody understands what it is, sis. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So, and I'm a preface this also. I just want to say that I am very thankful for each and everything that we both do, independently and collectively. I believe that what we do will keep us chasing after what God has designed for us to achieve while we're here. I'm so very thankful for Vawn Gretta, for you every single day of my life. And I pray that we do not allow any distractions of our past, present, or future to tear us apart and tear apart what God himself has put together. We are the alliance, and we shall keep what we have with Christ and ourselves as a covenant with God, the Trinity. I will always urge us to always remember to separate our humanity from our spiritual work for the God, for God, and for the God of what God has us to do here. I think that it makes sense. And for what God has for us to do here. There will always be work for us to do. And we are to discover daily what is considered our priority, starting with God first. Ourselves as individuals second, our families third, and then business fourth. All else will follow as God allows us to align itself accordingly. So our declaration of our alliance is that we are exquisite and wonderfully made as an alliance, full of love, grace, and healing. We are on divine assignment by the Most High as representatives of Jesus Christ, our God. Our presence and words are God's peace that ministers healing and brings people beauty for their ashes. Read your word, you'll get it. Our light will shine before men so that they will see our good works and glorify our Father in heaven. May the Holy Spirit and the love of God protect our alliance and bond. We shall always support this mission as representatives of God's healing power to educate, build, heal, inspire, and mentor. Because this platform is our contribution to the world. In Jesus' name, amen. Love you for life, sis. My friend, my business partner.
I love you too. I love you big time. She said covenant, right? We got to go. Covenant. It means there's no choice but to keep rocking. All right, everybody. See you on the after the party show, so we can live, laugh, and love a little bit more. I'm so just in case people don't flow over, sister, I have to say that I love you too.
Yes.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of The Real and Raw Talk Show with Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta. Remember to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel today. A special thanks to our guests, sponsors, and audience members. We are grateful for your support of our programming. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor of one of our shows, please email us at info.realrawtalkshow@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. This has been a Wisdom Entertainment production in association with Social Integration. The views and opinions expressed on the show do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Real and Raw Talk Show with Nakia Franklin and Vawn Gretta. Any content provided are opinions and do not intend to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Stay connected and join us for our next conversation where there are no boundaries and no judgments.